Obviously, we did not play well enough, and that's 100% on me. And so I take full responsibility for the way we played. It wasn't good enough. We didn't execute. We didn't play with urgency. We didn't play with energy. We didn't play with anything, and that's on me. And that's unfortunate. We had a lot of seniors that this their last game, but we got to go back to the drawing board and build this team back up from the ground up.
What's your kind of reaction and I guess seeing the team, on senior day last game of the year, chance that on a positive note, I guess out of the performance it had?
Yeah, it's just hard to explain. They have to go out there and play and execute, and we didn't get that done. And like I said, that falls on me.
For Jordan and Cole, two DeKalb natives, both finishing your career here at NIU. Just words of advice for maybe kids that are coming up at DeKalb or Sycamore High on how to get here and how you think it kind of will pan out for them.
Obviously, it's a lot of hard work, to be a Division I football player. But so you got to put that in. But even I was a walk-on, so that's still a route too. And if you just put your head down and work hard, I think a lot of good things can happen for you.
Yeah, I think Jordan said it. Just got to keep your head down, keep grinding. I know obviously DeKalb isn't, the most, covered school. It's not in the city. It's not one of the powerhouses, but, and Sycamore at that. But, they'll find you anywhere. So just keep your head down, keep going. They'll find talent.
Cole, what's it mean to you to not only be able to play today, but get over the 2000 turnover?
Yeah, it was cool. Obviously, I'm more concerned about the loss, but, a milestone like that doesn't happen every sorry, just bleeding a lot here. A milestone like that, only thinking what the 7th or 8th person in school history to do it. So, like I said, I'm more concerned with I wanted to win the game, and if I got 0 catches and we won, I would have rather preferred that. So.
Jordan, what did you see on the interception? It looked like quite a difficult catch to make.
Well, really, I think Jay Sean Prophet should have probably had it, but it kind of bounced in the air, and I just saw the ball and put my hands out and caught it.
What was it like for you to, in the last game, come away with a play like that?
Yeah, kind of like Cole said, I would have rather won the game, but it was, I guess, nice. That was my first interception this season, so it's good to get it won.
Again, for Jordan and I guess Cole, if he doesn't need medical attention right now.
A lot worse wrong with me.
Just what did you see on the whole not working for you guys today out there?
I guess I'll go first. I just think we didn't execute on offense well, run and pass game. Coach just had a great game plan for us, and, at the end of the day, it's on us to execute it. We're the ones that have to go out there and play. So, whether it's, passing or running, we got to do our job. We got to make sure that we can continue drives and really, put big drives together, keep the defense off the field and put points on the board. And we have to execute in the red zone more. We kick too many field goals. We got to get in the end zone.
Kind of what he said, we had to execute. I thought we started the game off pretty well, but then we need to keep the focus and continue to execute throughout the game. So.
I have one for Coach. You finished seasons before under 500, and we even had the 0-6 year in 2020. But what do you say to your team as you wrap up, your final game here? You bring them in the locker room, and just what do you say to them to keep their heads up and to get positive thoughts moving towards next season?
We got to go back to work, and we have to build our team with leadership in mind, and that's going to start at every position on each side of the ball, and they got to be able to hold guys accountable to a standard, and that's, we didn't get that done this season. I mean, we lost some guys, and then obviously now you got backups to the backups out there playing, and now there's no direction, and it can't just come from coaches all the time. So we have to be able to build leadership from the standpoint of, if we do have injuries, okay, who's the next guy? The next guy to step up. We have to bridge the gap, and obviously we couldn't get that done this season.
Cole, you just finished your sixth season at your last game in the Color and Black. So how do you kind of look back on all your years in Cal as one of the longest tenured players on the roster?
I love my experience here. It's been a roller coaster from 7-5 when I came in, made a bowl game the first 2 years, won the MAC championship in the second year, down year 2019, 0-6 2020, MAC championship to this year. I wouldn't trade my experience here for anything. I've had the time of my life at Northern Illinois. I think, the people here are special. DeKalb's a special place, and, I didn't really realize that growing up, what NIU could be. But, I made the best decision of my life attending NIU.
Very same question. I know it's a lot shorter of a tenure, but with your time here, how do you end up looking back on it?
Yeah, definitely a roller coaster, but I think something that the guys for next year got to understand is that we went through that 2020 season that was 0-6, and winning the championship the next year was one of my favorite sports experiences that I've ever been a part of. So I think they got to learn, from just history. It can be done. Don't be, too negative about this season. But I want to trade it for the world, like Cole said, and I've definitely made some friendships that'll last the rest of my life. So.
Coach, what did you take out of this season that leaves you optimistic for a turnaround next year?
Yeah, we can win. There's not a doubt in my mind. Obviously this last game will stick with me for a while because we didn't finish. But, besides this game in Toledo, we were competitive in every game, regardless of who we had out there. I just need some time to gather my thoughts, and we'll be back. But we got some things we need to fix.
Coach, you talk about playing backups and backups. Can you just kind of talk about what went into the decision to play a walk-on freshman quarterback over a quarterback like Justin Lynch, who has experience starting beforehand?
Well, I just think you try to play the guys that you think give you the best chance to win. That's that's not, if you're a walk-on or you're a scholarship, that doesn't matter. You're just trying to play the best players, and obviously Nevin has a lot of growing up to do. Justin has a lot of development to do as well. So, this wasn't the anticipation going into the season that you'd be playing Nevin and Justin Lynch. But I thought they got valuable experience to build off of and to head into the offseason.